10 most liberal countries in 2023. Liberal countries prioritize freedom and equality and act to make those concepts a reality for their inhabitants. They actively work to fully accept and support everyone. To make you feel at home, we'll go into our methodology below, but let's get to the results first. These are the nations which best reflect liberal values. Night view of a historical wooden district Bryggen in the Norwegian city Bergen. A rainbow of colors coming from the buildings is reflected on the water. 10. Australia. If you want to enjoy the world's second best air quality and second best access to higher education at the same time, Australia is the nation for you. A country that tries to build a nurturing environment for its citizens will also engender respect towards their personal safety and personal rights, which Australia does, coming in the top 6 on both counts. You'll also benefit from the second best access to essential health services, which makes life much easier for expats and homegrown citizens alike. However, the country is 44th in the world for gender equality, so if there's one reason to hesitate before moving to Australia, it's that. 9. Germany. Europe's economic powerhouse achieved its 9th place finish by being solid in all areas. But if we dig deeper into our criteria, we can identify some specific advantages of living in Germany. The country is 5th in the world for access to advanced education, and 6th for access to quality healthcare, which are 2 extremely important parts of any successful liberal nation. And Germany provides a high level of basic medical care and nutrition to its citizens too, with the country placing 3rd worldwide in this category. It's also the 2nd best country for protecting people's personal rights, and has made progress towards gender equality under Chancellor Angela Merkel, with women now constituting 40% of ministers. 8. Canada. The most LGBT-friendly nation in the world is the only entrant in our top 10 from the Americas. It finished 24 places above its neighbor, the US. Canada may have a relatively low gender equality ranking overall, but it comes 4th for equality of political power by gender, and women make up 48% of the workforce, the joint highest in the world. The country also maintains its people's personal freedoms better than all but 8 other nations, and is the 5th most inclusive nation out there. 100% of Canadians attend secondary school, with, logically, full gender parity in this area. 7. Switzerland. Central Europe's most liberal country ranks highly for its environmental performance and overall happiness. Switzerland's health and wellness score is also the 2nd best in the world, helped by its unmatched access to essential services and the lowest rate of premature deaths from non-communicable diseases on Earth. The nation lets itself down when it comes to LGBT rights, coming 44th in the LGBTQ+ Danger Index, and failing to make the Nomadic Boys' top 25 countries. However, a bill to legalize same-sex marriage, along with access to fertility treatments for lesbian couples, has advanced through the Swiss Parliament during 2020 and should be passed soon. When this happens, same-sex adoption will automatically become law too. 6. New Zealand. The most liberal nation outside of Scandinavia is also the 4th safest country in the world, and joint best for gender equality in educational attainment. New Zealand's capital, Wellington, is the 3rd happiest city on Earth, and the country comes in the top 5 for respecting its people's personal rights, providing shelter, and making access to information available. When you leave the top 5, each country seems to have at least one area it's relatively weaker in, and the environment is that category for New Zealand, but the country nevertheless has the 6th best air quality in the world. 5. Iceland. In the World Economic Forum's rankings, it now leads 2nd place Norway by 10 percentage points, with a rating that's around 4 times higher than the global average. The country, which was the first to elect a female president in 1980, is also currently led, as 7 of the top 10 are by a woman, Prime Minister Katrin Jakobsdottir. Under Jakobsdottir, who is head of the eco-socialist left-green movement, Iceland has the lowest rates of maternal mortality and discrimination and violence against minorities in the world, and an incredible 99% of people have access to the internet. 4. Finland. Finland has been the happiest nation on earth for the past 3 consecutive years and actually increased its lead over the competition in 2020. The country has the lowest child mortality rate in the world, relatively low levels of air pollution, and the best inclusiveness ratings of any nation, apart from in one specific area. Finland would have come joint 6th in the LGBT-friendly category and received 17.5 points, enough to win the title of most liberal country, but we decided against awarding them any points. The country has not yet abolished a law forcing transgender people to be sterilized before they can change their legal gender, and until it does, it cannot be called LGBT-friendly. 3. Denmark. If every country followed Denmark's lead, the future would look brighter and much less pockmarked by catastrophic natural disasters. The third Scandinavian nation in the top 3 ranks highest for fighting climate change, reducing pollution emissions, and protecting its species, according to Yale's report. Denmark helps its people in other ways too, for instance by providing the best-rated sanitation system, the most political power for the average citizen, and the least corruption globally. The US may have coined the phrase, but Denmark is the true land of opportunity. 2. Sweden. Sweden has long been a pioneer for the rights of all its citizens. Same-sex sexual activity was decriminalized in 1944, 23 years before England and Wales, and its citizens are some of the most tolerant around. European Commission polling taken in 2019 found 98% of Swedes thought gay, lesbian, and bisexual people should have the same rights as straight people, the highest in the European Union, EU. The country enjoys the best personal rights in the world, including freedom of expression and religion, and access to justice, 100% access to electricity, complete gender parity in secondary attainment, and air that is among the cleanest around. 1. Norway is a liberal superstar. Scandinavian countries dominate the top of the table, starting with Norway's liberal paradise. This will surprise very few people with their finger on the pulse. After all, Norway has been a pioneer of progress for decades. Back in 1942, U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt hailed the country's resistance to its Nazi occupiers, saying, "If there is anyone who still wonders why this war is being fought, let him look to Norway. If there is anyone who has any delusions that this war could have been averted, let him look to Norway. And if there is anyone who doubts the democratic will to win, again I say, let him look to Norway." The country has come on leaps and bounds since then, promoting progressive social policies that have led to excellent levels of gender and LGBT equality, and the lowest amounts of undernourishment and unsafe water in the world. Which one is the more interesting part? You can share your thought in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, so like, share, and subscribe to my channel so we come back with more interesting content. Thanks for watching.